So today we're going to work with a solved linear equation, a simple. So we're going to deal with a one step, two step, and multiple steps, and fraction and decimals, and we're going to work in that order and also inequality. So let's start by solving linear equation. Solving linear equation. But what do I mean by linear equation? Well, a simple one is 2x equal to 5, and x is equal to something else. So let's start with like this. So 3x minus 2 is equal to 10. And I want to solve for this equation. This is a very, very easy pre-algebra one-step equations. And everybody in this room should know how to do it, but there are some people don't know how to do it. So I'm going to treat it like you don't know anything. Like I said, I cover from 4th grade up. Then I'm going to treat you like you didn't even take a pre-algebra. So we're going to fix all your algebra skill first. So 3x minus 2 is equal to 10. So this one's very easy. So hopefully you guys can get it done in like 20 seconds. Yes? So can you get it finished?
Yeah.
You finished already?
Yeah.
Some people didn't know how to start, so. Go through money and notes. It's hard to do things in your head. I can see you doing it in your head. I appreciate that though. Because most of the time you just kind of like don't want to listen to me. So in this case, it's a very easy. How many of you guys don't know how to do it? It's okay. You don't know how to do it? Okay, good. Anybody else? So only one person, I think only one person is brave enough to tell me you don't know how to do it. But I know there's more than one person that don't know how to do this. But I'm not treat it like you don't know. So this is what we're solving for. This is x. So that means I need to isolate this x. And how am I going to do it? So here is I need to get rid of this -2 and then get rid of the 3. To all the way move to the other side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take away the 2 first. I cannot take away the 3 because 3 is multiplication. I always do addition subtraction first. I should kind of go reverse order of the pandas, but in this case I'm going to get rid of -2 first. And I will get rid of -2 by adding 2 instead of subtracting 2, because you cannot subtract 2 here and get 0. So you had to add 2 on both sides. So I'm going to add 2 here. So if I add 2, then I'm going to get what? 3x is equal to 12. And then I'm going to divide it by 3, because I'm not solving for 3x. I'm getting x by itself, so I'm getting 3. So x is equal to 4. So that's my final answer. Now, how many of you guys did not get that besides one person? Everybody got this?
Yeah.
You sure? AJ, you got this?
Yeah.
Okay. Ms. Cameron teach you well.
Yeah.
Okay, did you get this? Do you know which part you missed? If you missed, no? You got this? Okay, are you sure? Okay, so I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna treat it like you know this already. So then later on we're gonna deal with two-step equation. So this is a basic one-step equation. Two-step equation, there's two formats. One is pretty much like this. So 2x minus 5 is equal to 7x is minus, I don't know, 10, something like this. So those are two-step equations that you had to get x by itself, but it turns out now x has on both sides. So you usually organize to the one side. But what I usually prefer is make sure that x is positive, because you can deal with less than negative signs. Okay, so that's my choice of options. So now you go ahead and try to solve this if you think you can solve it. If you don't think you can solve it, you wait for me to solve it, and then I'll give you another example that you can do. So this is a very basic two-step equations. Remember, again, we deal with only expression before. This is the first time we deal with equations. So for a lot of you, here's a restart for you. Okay? You guys have back grade before, now here's a restart. And we start with something easier now and progress. Okay. Let me ask Tulsi, what's your answer?
X is equal to 1.
X equal to 1? Everybody agree?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody got a different answer than 1? Okay. Okay, so here's what we're solving for. We're solving for this x. Right? This is x right here. So we had to organize it all in one side. So what I do is I don't subtract 7x. How many guys subtract 7x on both sides? Okay, that usually kind of risky because, I mean, Jose and Brian, you guys are good at math, so I'm not worried about you guys. But I usually prefer to be positive x, okay, usually. Not all the time, but I usually prefer positive x. So in this case, I actually prefer to subtract 2x on both sides. So in this case, I'm going to subtract 2x on both sides. So subtract 2x because I can get x by itself. And if I do that, I'm going to get what? 5x minus 10 is equal to what? Negative 5, right? And then I'm going to add, so in order to get rid of negative 10, I'm going to add 10 on both sides. So that's going to be 5 equal to 5x. Now x is equal to 5 over 5. Because I divide by 5 on both sides, x is equal to 1. Question about this part. Tiffany, you feel very comfortable with this? Okay. Yeah, this is right now. Okay, just wait a little bit. So then people's gonna be like, what other kind of equation? Sometimes you're gonna get fractions. Oh no. But we're gonna start with the easy one, don't worry. So I'm gonna do 11 because a lot of you guys think the answer is always whole number. The answer does not have to be a whole number. First period asked me, it says, is the answer supposed to be always integer? Because I got my answers fractions. Guess what? You're in high school, you're gonna get fraction, you're gonna get decimals. But most of the time I prefer fraction over decimals. Fractions called exact numbers, and we can prove that fractions better than decimals in so many different ways. But how would I do this problem? I get negative 2, 3x equal to 10. Now there's two ways to do this problem. A lot of you guys multiply by reciprocal. How many of you guys learn by multiply by reciprocal? Okay, good. So that you're paying attention in your math class before. And you're like, what is reciprocal? Reciprocal is something flip over. But I don't teach it that way. I'm going to teach you the other way. Most of you guys still need to pay attention. Even though you multiply by reciprocal, I prefer you do it this way. There's a reason why. We're going to talk about this in a second. We're going to talk about the harder problem on the other side. That's more like Algebra 2 linear equation. This is more like Algebra 1 and pre-algebra linear equation. Algebra 2 linear equation is a little bit harder. Not so much harder, but so what I will do is I hate fractions. So if I hate fractions, right? If I hate fractions, I need to get rid of fractions. And the best way to get rid of fraction is get rid of the denominator. So if I get rid of the denominator, what is the denominator in this case? 3. So what I'm going to do is I multiply both sides by 3. Why do I multiply both sides by 3? Because when I 3 distribute to here, then that 3 and 3 are going to simplify down to 1. I'm going to show you on the side. So 3 times negative 2 over 3x. This 3 is going to simplify down to 1. So that's going to be negative 2x. So within one step, I'm going to get a linear equation without fractions. Am I solving for negative 2x? No, I'm solving for what? X. So I need to divide it by negative 2. So my answer is going to be 33 over negative 2. Am I going too fast? That's okay? Now this is all two-step equations. Two-step linear. They are multiple step equations. So we're gonna deal with that in a second. Can you erase this part? Now this one, a lot of people can make mistake. Yes.
So if the denominator was a negative, would you still be able to like multiply?
If it denominator, that's a good question. If I have a negative on the bottom, right? What I will do is always I move the negative to the numerator. I prefer numerator to be negative. It just makes your life easier. So when I see that, I automatically write a negative sign up there. Now if you have two negative signs, then it will be positive. Okay? So this is probably the best thing to do is just move it to the numerator. Yes?
Can you just change it without having to do anything? Like
No.
just, okay.
This is here's the thing. 1/5. Negative 1/5 is equal to 1/-5 is equal to negative 1/5. That negative sign can flow up and down. They are free. I usually prefer to be here though. This is preferred. Good questions. So this is preferred. Because a lot of time it's much more easier to simplify something if its numerator is negative instead of denominator is negative. Remember when you're splitting on your last test, that when the bottom is negative, then you have to change your the sign. If the numerator is negative, then you don't have to have sign change. So yes.
So for the 3, you only multiply by the numerator, not the denominator?
The
Or-
3 I multiply through, so 3 times, so basically it is 3 times 2/3 x. So those 3 cancel out. It is at the numerator, yes. The 3 when you multiply, you not multiply by 1/3, you multiply by 3. You okay, Jose? Too easy? Don't worry. You know me. You start easy, then ultimately, boom. Okay, so now we're gonna now this is the one that I would say minimum 10 people are gonna get it wrong, even though you know how to solve it. Okay, so AJ's like, count me in. Just add me already, right?
Yeah.
So 2 minus 3 x minus 1 is equal to 2 times x plus 2. So this is one that, even though you guys, oh, linear is so easy, I can do this all day long. Now this is the one where everybody starts screwing up. I want you to pay attention before you start, so that in order to prevent yourself screw up. But I predict roughly 10 of you guys are gonna get different answer. So hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong. I don't want a 10, I want a like 0. Now where can I possibly make a mistake? I already found something. Okay, let me ask AJ, what'd you get?
I got x equals 5.
Carrie, what'd you get?
9/5.
Tiffany, what'd you get?
I messed up, so I had to restart.
Samira, what'd you get?
1/5.
Chrissy, what'd you get?
1/5.
Tassie, what'd you get? Lowry? Those answers are over. Kimberly, what'd you get?
I got 3.
Okay. Matthew?
-1. I gave nobody.
Yeah, everyone got some different answers.
-1. Marcos, what'd you get?
I'm in the.
Aaron?
I got 1.
Okay. So it turns out only 2 people have right answer.
Which was.
1/5.
Well.
Okay, so, and Matthew, you make the mistakes by subtracting this bar. How many of you guys subtract 2 minus 3? Raise your hand, you subtracted. Tiffany, good. Niala, good. Louisa, good. 3 of you guys that make a mistake that I predict that's gonna fall into, and that's good that you make those mistakes because you know the test is not gonna make mistakes. So what I always write, I will look at this a little bit different. I will say that's -3. Now remember PEMDAS, right? PEMDAS says what? Addition, so PEMDAS parenthesis, exponent, multiplication, division, and addition, subtraction. But it turns out there was a multiplication right here. There's a distribution, so that counts multiplication. So this -3 is not just a 3 that's distributing, it's that -3 is distributing to both. Okay, so that's gonna be 2 -3x plus 3 is equal to 2x plus 4.
I got that.
And then I'm gonna add, I'm gonna simplify this time. I'm gonna get -3x plus 5, that's equal to 2x plus 4.
I see what I did wrong.
I'm gonna add 3x on both sides. So that's equal to 5x plus 4 and 5. I'm gonna subtract 4. That's gonna give me 1 equal to 5x. And then x is equal to 1/5. You did it wrong last step,
Yeah.
dumbass. I think I just live streamed that. I'm feeling people were gonna go back and clip and make a meme out of it. Make us not. AJ, you're funny.
Thank you.
Okay, 1/5. You making the last mistake. You divide by 5, you got 5. Okay, so questions about this? No? It's okay, let's try another one. Make sure you guys don't make mistake this time. So, I'm not erasing that one. Why are you taking pictures? That phone need to be out of the window.
Oh, I'm putting it back.
Well, then you draw it. You can write it down.
I can't see that.
Where'd you wear glasses? You trying to look pretty?
No.
Wear glasses. Okay, so I'll give you another question. So let's say if I have 3 minus 4x is equal to 7 minus 3 times x minus, I'm gonna do 2x minus 5, something like that. So I want you to solve this properly. So only 3 people got it right last time, so hopefully this time's better. Now, a lot of time, if you don't know if your answer is correct, you can always check by plugging in. I don't usually do that because I want people to get it right the first time. You don't even bother to spend time checking. Now, where I don't disagree. I kind of disagree with the checking part. Like check your answer. How many Algebra 1 teacher says plug it back in to check your answer? Yes. But here's the scary part though. I think sometimes you get a wrong answer, you get a right answer, and you plug in wrong, and you actually go back and find out that's wrong. So I think you just do it right the first time, that's probably better. And you don't need to worry about plug in. So for me, we don't have all the time to plug in to check the answer. Of course, to check the answer would be nice, but you don't have all the times too. So the time consuming check-in, or when you plug in check-in is wrong, then actually cause you more trouble. You know what you get this time?
I'm not done.
Not done yet?
I messed up.
How about Marianne, what'd you get? 19 over 2, Kimberly?
19 over 2.
Alanis? Not done yet? Chrissy?
19 over 2.
How many of you guys did not get 19 over 2? What'd you make mistake?
I have a negative 19 over 2. I think I had a negative.
Okay, so let's go through it. 3 minus 4x. So I'm going to distribute that. You probably didn't do, I don't know. Negative 3 plus 15. So 3 minus 4x is equal to 23. 22 minus 6x. Add 4x. Oops. I'm gonna add 6x. So that's gonna be what? 3 plus 2x is equal to 22. So 2x is equal to 19. X is equal to 19 over 2. Yeah, X. No, I'm not gonna grab and go through it. You have to come back after school to finish it. Tomorrow? Today. Yeah. Or lunch. You can come one or another.
So, in connection during 6th period,
Yeah, you can. You can come
because I'm with like.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Alanis, do you understand this stuff?